So this is in response to the checklist that I use to help me break free and gain my power back after being in an abusive relationship for an entire decade. So here's the checklist. Number 1. I began to document everything because no doubt you are being gaslit daily. You're being lied to all the time. You're questioning your own reality. You're wondering what's true, what's not. So I began to document everything. Incidences where I thought maybe he was lying, but then I became confused. So I wrote down dates and times, and then I began to journal like different incidences that had happened so that I could read back and think, oh my gosh, how that's awful. Instead of minimizing it, which is always what had happened. I began to audio record. I began to video actual abuse. So documenting everything did a couple of things for me. It validated what was actually happening. And then after the fact, at least in my story, outing my abuser was really the only thing that made him stop stalking and harassing me. So I had all those things housed in my phone that I was able to use. Number 2, I started therapy. I started therapy really early on. Well, not as early as I would have liked. I was in therapy for probably 3 years before I actually was able to break free. But it was really the catalyst in confiding in that one person that I didn't feel judged by. And it was a really important factor in me finally breaking free. Number 3, I began to educate myself. I could not stop reading and watching videos about narcissism and the cycle of abuse. I had no prior experience with any of this, and I really just could not get enough of it. And it really, again, validated my experience. There was a name to everything that was happening to me, and I wasn't alone. There were a lot of other people out there that had experienced or were experiencing the same thing. So educate yourself. It really helps to kind of slap you in the face and realize, what the fuck? What the fuck is actually happening? Number 4, I began to gray rock, which basically just means that you give the most minimal response possible to anything. You're not emotionally reacting or responding to anything. It's just more like, okay, yes, okay, whatever you say, or like minimal response. Okay, number 5. Now this is where shit gets real, because at this point I had realized I had accepted my reality, which I'll be honest with you, took me longer than I'd like to admit. So I was accepting my reality that everything was a farce from the years before, where it was all pretend in his eyes. And so now I am ready to leave, and I'm creating an exit plan for myself. And if you need to sock away money, if you need to get other people involved that are going to help you exit, now's the time. Number 6, stick to the plan. Easier said than done. I know I had a plan, and I went back and forth on that plan more times than I'd like to admit, but stick to your plan. Now, having said that, I can tell you that I had multiple plans, and many times, every time actually, up until the last time, my plan didn't work because I didn't stick to it. And so but I believe that every plan that I had up until the last time was kind of my process. I needed to go through that. So I failed a lot before I was successful. So this is a tough one, but sticking to your plan is extremely important. And if you don't stick to your plan, give yourself some grace, because you can make another plan and you can try again. Okay, number 7. Now, for me, my plans up until the last time always involved other people helping me to create those plans. That didn't work for me. So for me, the time that I was successful, I stuck to a plan and I told no one of my plan. I kept it to myself. I needed to, for me, it needed to be my idea. It needed to be my execution. It needed to be, me being ready, not somebody else wanting it for me. So, I can't remember what number we're on, but I don't know. 7 is tell minimal people of your plan. Only the people that are involved in the plan should know. Plus, you don't want to getting back to them. You don't want them to know your plan. Number 8, execute the plan. Easier said than done, but do it. Number 9, once the plan is executed, no contact. Block on everything. Do not allow them to get under your skin. Do not respond. Don't react. No contact. Block on absolutely everything. Emails, text message, WhatsApp, Venmo. I mean, my ex attempted to get a hold of me in every possible way. And no contact. Extremely important. And number 10, hold on, because now your healing starts. And as beautiful as that is, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking hard. So that's it. That was my 10-step process. I'm sure there were a million other steps in the middle of that, but that's what I did, and I know you can do it too.